I'll shut now, pupper dog. What's happening, everybody? I saw KC just was getting done. Here we are. What's up? Happy Tuesday. Jesus. Way to start. I got a little Red Bull in the sinus. Yeah. That'll wake you up. That'll wake you up. Donnie, Neil? That was two separate things. That wasn't to command on Donnie. Hail to the king, baby. Don't inhale liquids. Now I can't even talk. Don't inhale liquids. Do not breathe liquids. Wow, puppers is... what's going on? I got stuff to do. My video's not even posted for the day. Yikes. Yeah, just wanted to jump on quick, see what everyone's up to tonight. Maybe get an opinion, because I'm going to probably start gluing some stuff up. Post that vid. I know. Yeah. Right on. You guys hear the puppers? It's not mine. But next door is going wild right now. Got to go back to work. Neil, we got our 2 minutes in. They mean a lot. That dog needs to chill out though. So, what's the good word? I need to buy anything. What are the new knives? I want some new. What's the new? I bought some stuff and it's like you're still waiting on it. What's the word with AZ USA and the Eldorado? How long is that going to be? Anyone know? And Valley Neil got an Aries custom today. Which one? What did you get? A custom? Custom? Like, did you have them even customize the custom? What did you get? Robo's in here? Steve. What's up, Bazad? Clint? Cicero? What's the deal? What are we doing? I don't even know. I feel like my legs are cramping. Oh. Can we do this? Oh my god. I better turn that off. Oh, putting league. I am not going to putting league today. I am not feeling it. My body is not, my elbow is not happy with me right now. What's up, Sammy Point? We're probably going to have to start throwing this around. It's a piece of junk. But I have a feeling it's going to break off right away because that's what everyone basically said. But we do need to throw that around. But I have a question is, what's up, Michael? And Michael? And Michael. Sammy Point. My eyes cannot see that flag. Then the grind, the first hollow Ripley. Donnie. They look good. What color handle should I try to test out on this first handle test? Engineer. So this is a blank that I did not make. It is not an expensive blank, although the Damascus does look nice. I need to put, we're going to start messing around making some handles. The axe, that axe is a kind of a hunk. If you want to see something I think is cool, this right here. Check this out. This is the CRKT Nax. It's actually got a chisel tip too. But this is some bushcraft in thickness. Getting in there. Boom. I want to go out and do some work with this. For sure. But I haven't. Also, I'm going to put a handle on this bad boy. But I want to do some practice before we get onto this one here. Then I want to talk to Donnie, figure out what grinder I'm going to buy. I want to start making these. I think that would be fun. So, what kind of handle do you think on this? It's either going to be wood or wood. Guess it could be micarta. I kind of wanted to do a wood handle on this first one. Let's see. I've got some solid color stuff. I've got a few pieces of walnut that are fairly boring, but we've got the Damascus, so it's kind of a test. I've got a few of these, the cheapo striped layered wood. So it's, if you see, it's got some black, red, wood, orangish, brownish wood. But if we did this one, then you'd be able to get some wavy patterns of colors through the layers. I think that would be a little too much for the Damascus. I don't think it's as necessary. What's up, Dean? Walnut works great for knife handles. Indeed. I have what is this, Paduke? This is some of that nasty warning level stuff. The dust that this stuff makes is orange. It's a nice color though. It's got a nice bright orange. I do have a couple chunks like this ironwood. This ironwood is really nice. I actually would like to use this on a better piece. Thinking about putting the ironwood on this one right here. This is a D2 blank. I would say low to mid quality blank. What's up, Dylan? Lazy. But maybe try that ironwood on one of these. We can have a video call, or you can have me on live to talk about tools. Just holler. For sure, Donnie. Let's do it soon. I've been busy. I'm not buying anything this next couple of weeks anyway, but I do want to start figuring it out so I can start seeing what it is I want to buy myself, even if it's not until like Christmas or maybe sooner. I don't know. What F are you guys up to? What's up, brand new American? I got a few of these blanks. I'm starting to experiment. I'd love to get into stock removal, but for now I'm just going to make some blank or some handles. So I have a few of these like D2 blanks prefabricated. I've got some handle material like this ironwood here. I got a couple pieces from Jimmy Crow a while back that I haven't had a chance to use yet. Just a couple nice little simple pieces depending on colors. And I want to get into cutting out some pieces and making some multi-levels, or maybe it's a section, a line across for like a faux bolster. I did get a few thin layers of some colors, so you could go and drop that layer of color down in between the knife. It'd be like knife, then some color, and then the handle, something like that. Or put them sideways and make a few different sections and cut out some pieces and glue them up. I got some micarta. Some of these might look cool. This is a rich light that has like white stripes on it when you make it curved up. It's kind of a maroon rich light, or some canvas micarta. It's a nice rich red. And then this stuff, I'm really excited about using some of this. I like this on a lot of my folders. I'm sorry that's backwards. Jute micarta. It's kind of like that couch kind of micarta. That might make a good handle. It's kind of similar, or it is basically like this stuff right here. That micarta what gives. That micarta what gives you a don't know stinking no little mouth. Flat and parallel parts are what you want. Exactly. My brother-in-law has a planer that when he made those wooden knives that are all wood, he was taking the pieces, running it through the planer, making sure those pieces are nice and flat. So that surface you've got, when that goes boom against there, is smooth and flat, and there are no gaps and spaces and stuff like that. I know that I haven't done it, but I know that like 90% of the work is probably the prep, making sure everything is sanded smooth, everything is prepared correctly, everything is flat, everything lines up just right, in order for you to get that good connection, that good seam. I know when you have like a knife and then you've got it along there, you really want to pay attention to the spots where it gets up on the edge and where it rolls around, that it's nice and flat, there aren't any cracks, splits, separation. Planers are great if you're using wood. Just be sure to hand sand any G10 as it's never flat nor parallel. G10 or micarta or whatever. Right, so like get this on a block and like hit that so that you've got a nice prepped surface. I got a sweet DeWalt planer. Excellent. I know I'll learn fast as far as like if it's not prepped right and it's not flat. You glue something up and you put it together and you're going to be like, yep, that looks terrible. I've seen plenty of inexpensive, I don't really have any examples. Maybe this cheap old timer. Got this old timer hawk bill that's not very expensive at all. You can see some of these spots down where the connections are. That's where you're going to have those issues where it doesn't line up right or it might split. Where? Oh my God. I know I got a couple of cheapos. Trying to find one that's I'm looking for bad examples that I've got where there's little splits, it's not really connected right there, there's a little filler in some of the spaces versus like Rosecraft. All right, what? Holes will be off if not F and P. What's F and P? There's a Rosecraft, but it's smooth, good connections. Donnie, what's F and P? I'm trying to guess, and I don't know. What's everyone carrying today? I am carrying, I've got that Rosecraft Stinking Creek sow belly. Flat and parallel. Oh, sure. Yeah, everything needs to be flat, everything needs to be parallel, everything needs to line up right. I'm assuming the best is to drill the holes, like if you got a piece and this is prepped for this, I'd line up where I want the holes to be, drill the holes through, put the pins in, glue it all together, then shape the rest of it. Well, I mean, you could cut some of it out, but kind of the rough cut. But you want to I would assume putting the pins in first and then shaping it later would be smart so that then you can assure that you've got it even. Carried a VG10 Delica. How do you like that VG10? I haven't carried too many knives. I have a couple of them with VG10, but I haven't carried them too much, so I don't know as far as the long-term, how well they stay sharp, take an edge, blah, blah, blah. I take my handles 95% before you glue them up. Okay, so you get 95% of it done. You're also doing like titanium or metal, which is a little different, Or are you talking about when you do like wood or micarta or something? Kaiser Cobalt. This was a brown micarta, and I dyed it and scuffed it up and gave it this kind of reddish. Use a Gerber Tonto for your street knife? Nah, you mean on fixies. Okay. So you do get them most of the way there. I suppose. Cutting most of the shape. Kind of getting it mostly prepped, but then you put it on there, and that's when you're really even everything out at the end. Hold on, I'm trying to make this so I can read better. I don't read so good. I don't read so good. You're going to wish I couldn't read so good. So yeah, today Kaiser Cobalt was my main. This thing has got some seriously good drop action. Front flip, great. Flicks out really well. Nice and solid, but it just drops. A little bit of weight on the blade because of the length. But, I mean, dude, bing. I like VG10. Doesn't hold an edge as long as super steels, but easy to get sharp and keep sharp. Right, but it just doesn't hold that edge as long. Gotta say the worst blade is from Buck. Buck doesn't, a lot of the steels they use are not the greatest. You can get some premium steels from Buck, which can make them better. But yeah, they're not going to be as a higher quality as some of your super steels or some higher, better edge. My fixed blade Milita, what is this, S35 VN? I would definitely use this more outdoors, or use it and beat on it and not worry about the edge as much as a cheaper steel, like a 440 or something. Excuse me. Maybe I should use this. The Tree Mascus. This is one that my brother-in-law made. So he planed out a couple pieces of wood, glued up the handle, did a fun little funky shape. Bucks or Harleys of the knife world. If you love Harleys, fine by me, but it's an old technology, and yeah, I hear you on that. And it's funny how, like, I don't know, I used to ride a little, and whenever you're riding and you go by someone else on a motorcycle, you give them the, hey, what's up, you know, the nod, the point, the finger, whatever. Not the finger, but sorry, it does that. But the Harley guys don't. They only do the other Harley guys. But every other bike owner and all of them hit everybody. Kevin Smith and Knives, you in here? Kevin has a Harley. Buck 110 and Magna Cut is sweet for sure. What's up, Cliff? Definitely. Okay. I gotta switch that to live chat. I hate how that does that. What's up, SK Barry? I do love my Buck 119, but I don't really use it. It's more of just a nostalgic joy. I mean, it fits right there just perfectly. Happy Halloween, everybody. Oh, what's up, girl? Sorry. Didn't mean to knock you over. Making a mess of my display back here. My messy display that I need to fix. YMCA? Why would you, Donnie? Why would you? What's up, Mick Ranger? I'd ride with, why not? Mopeds? Dude, that's the thing, is you just gotta rock it. You just gotta rock what you ride, Get a sweet little moped. I mean, rock that thing. Just rock it. New favorite, The Horlock. Loving this. 1931's design. Great front flipper. S35 VN. 0.14 behind the edge right there in the thickness. Hog. And then it just comes down to a real nice, solid, sharp point. I love it. I love it. This thing is great. These just came out. Orlock is awesome. Good action on it. Great front flipper. Nice and snappy. Flicks out really good. I like the harpoon right there. Thumb sits in there great. It's about the wind in your face. It's about taking the long way home. You could get home right here, boom, but you end up going this way and just having a good old time. I love the Orlock. Definitely very cool design. Not my most recent acquiring purchase. Most recent is this one here. Tri-State Tri-Stash V2. Great action on this one as well. Snappy. Boom. Love it. Switch the clip over to the left side already. Feels good in the hand. Nice little stack of jimps. Loving the piss. It's awesome. I did really like the titanium one with the diamond texture, but I had to get this. Only fitting. Only fitting. Boom. Definitely liking it a lot, though. Those of you that were in the live yesterday, we did a little custom. Boom. This is the Kaiser Porcupine. We started getting going on a customization for it. Put it back together doesn't mean we're done with it, but it was jade. So the handle was jade, like this concept here. And so we took this apart. We dyed up the handle. We had a little vote on which one to do. Everyone picked the porcupine. Then we had a vote on what to do with it. We decided to do some type of a Halloween theme. So to go with the black, we did the orange. We're thinking we might make it a darker orange. And then we might do something with the blade. We could acid etch the blade or something like that. We could do a fade into a black or something. Sure, now Donnie has a hollow grind. Yeah, dude. And the hollow grinds that he's done, I mean, the couple that he's tested out on, they look great. They look great. Matt Lito, what's up? Ooh, I like the porcupine. We did this one yesterday. I'm still thinking we want to make it a little more orange. It's kind of light in here, or like the yellow is affecting my color a little bit on my phone. It is a little bit brighter orange. All right, bud, you just, okay. Thanks, Dank. Try to keep on task here. But yeah, Donnie's hollow grinds are looking really good. Hoping he keeps. I can't see why he wouldn't. He seems to be doing pretty well with them, and they're looking nice. I don't know how much of a pain is it, Donnie. Are they? I mean, you just say they're super difficult. Be like, dude, it's super tough. Having a hard time taking the extra work. Boom. Perfect fall colors. I dig it. I think we could make it a little bit darker orange. Maybe do a little fade into the black. Not really sure. But I do want to keep doing the customizations on the lives. I do have at least a dozen for that specifically. I'm going to order a couple more. I have 6 or 7 customs that I gotta do for people that I'm really getting into. I ain't regrinding. What? Come on, regrinds. Donnie, can't you put a hollow grind on this for me? Ugh. Does that sound like a nightmare? I could just send you something and be like, yo, bud. Right, that one has a hollow grind. Bro. Is that a flat grind? Yeah. Dude, can I send this to you? Put a hollow grind on it for me? Oh, reblade though. Ooh. Donnie might get into some reblades. That still would be kind of difficult because then you have to configure everything the way that they have their blade configured with their stop pins and their pivot and everything like that. That might be some work. This is the one Grateful Dong sent me. The concept egress. Do a die to this, maybe some other something. I don't know. Donzo does it right the first time, but you can order a new blade and have a full set. Ooh. Ooh. This was that other custom we did. I'm actually liking this knife a lot more. I didn't carry it all that much. This is the Civivi Mini Asticus. So we did the swap, took all the Damascus and the black off of this one and put it on with the copper. Then we took the copper and made that shipwreck that is not focusing. Why? I think it looks good with the Damascus. Heavy now. And then it lightened this one, or I didn't lighten this one up. It makes this one seem light though because it's just a G10 hollow grind on there. This is just a nice little small flipper tab only, but good user. You just need a knife, 5th pocket, secondary carry, or smaller carry. Civivi, boom. Brian might regrind it for me. Once I start doing that, man, I feel like it'd be like, man, I'm sending out all these blades for regrinds. Too much. Already got enough going on. What's up, Henry? I got more going on than I have time for. Remet Meteor. I am loving inspirational knives. Kathleen! How is Kathleen doing today? Good to see you. I hope all is going well. But new knives, new types of locks. This button actuated bolster lock on this Remet, I'm really enjoying it and just how it works, checking it out. I like getting new knives and kind of seeing the new things. Did you guys see both MC and Neves got that new Numb? Is it a Numb knives? It reminded me in a way, it kind of has a look like this MSI with the lock for the MSI, but this is a kind of more like the can't remember what it's called right now, damn it. What's the name of the MSI crossbar lock? But the blade kind of looks like this, but instead of being a crossbar lock, it's 2 push buttons on the new Numb knife. So you're getting 2 mirrored detent ball buttons that you push in order to actuate the lock. Mix got it. Numb knife works. The N1, it's called the Cornerstone. The videos just came out from Neves and from MC, but it's literally you squeeze. You don't push down like this one. You just have to squeeze both of them together, and inside of it, there's 2 little, like, basically the springs. When the blade's open, the springs go like this and are locked. And then when you push the buttons push the back sides and open it up like that. and then it allows the blade to drop. It's pretty interesting. It's almost like a dual button lock, but if you only push one button, it doesn't make it drop. Both of them go into and underneath the ramp on the blade, like lock it into position. It's interesting looking. Neves did get it to fail. He was holding it like this and doing heavy use cardboard cutting, but he was squeezing like this on both sides and managed to push both buttons and get it to kind of fail as he's pushing through cardboard. So basically what happened is it just went like that in the cardboard, but it was loose in there. And he said that it was basically now that he knew that it did that, as long as you're careful about how you hold on to it, it's not as big of an issue. I noticed as a lefty on the CJRB frac, right? I haven't done it yet because I've kept this knife, I've had it. But what would happen is that, see that? It's hard for me to get it to happen, and you have to be careful because that blade comes down. But as a lefty, and I have big hands, you saw that one time, if you're holding it and you're going to go to flick it, sometimes your index finger gets right on there. And then what you know, I have a hard time repeating it because I've learned how to not do it. But I did get it to go that one time. But what happens is it opens, but you're pushing the button and it just drops back down, and you could easily cut yourself. And so it's because of where the button is and the way you hold it as a lefty, you have to pay attention. If you use the knife the right way, it's not going to fail. In fact, 80% lockup do the double-sided lock. Right, Mick. That's what I was basically getting at, is this knife works great as long as I'm not putting my, if I sit here and put my index finger on there, of course, it's going to, oh no, I can't even do it. Yes. But it did make me nervous for a while, because if you were a righty with this knife, with the frac, you're never up by that button. You go to do that flick out, the button's way up there, so it's never really an issue because your index finger is on that side, but you can see how it goes across that plane of where it is. And it's not like that with all button locks. Of course, now I can't find a button lock. Here's the pyrite. Never happens. I can flick that on all day and my index finger is down below it. So most button locks that I've had, that hasn't really been an issue. The frac is basically the one that I noticed. Pinch lock is awesome. He's coming out with more budget-friendly models as well. That's cool. What's up, Biso? How you doing? I'm definitely interested in checking one of those out from Numb Knives. The pinch lock, that's right. The pinch lock. It's cool. If you're interested, go, like I said, either to MC's channel or Neves. They both have reviewed it in the last day or so. And I like the innovation. I like coming up, or, not that I do it, but I like that people come up with new styles and new locks, new interesting things. I love knives. If you're going to say that you're coming up with new different styles, techniques, types, show them to me. I want to see them, right? Not going to do a customization today. Just hanging out for a little bit. I actually need to make some videos and do some stuff. Let's go ahead and look at this real quick. That innovation alone, right? When you invent a new lock like that, that looks to be an interesting setup, good on them. CKF Rotten Evo 3.0. This is currently the coolest knife in existence to me. It's not mine. This is Kevin Smith and Knives. I have to send it back to him. Did you see BEDC has a lefty Devo Stout? Lefty Devo Stout. Or does he have a V1? This is a V2. Bring it into the laser. I was thinking about one of the weekends we could do that. We could go there and then do some laser marks. But yeah, this is my Lefty Devo Stout V2. Very happy with it. Because then I can take my premium pony stout. Did you hear they're making a new pony stout? But I can do this. Dual. Boom. One on the left. One on the right. Oof. Yeah, Striders are cool looking, but the price tag is there. Boom. Devo. I don't know. There's going to be a new pony stout. That's all I heard. I don't know if it's going to be a premium or a budget or what. I just heard because someone online was like, oh, I heard he said that they're doing another, or was it? It might have been Lefty in the group chat. I'll have to research it again, but I know that there is another version of the Pony Stout coming soon. Anything Emerson Wave? Just got back from tuna fishing in Massachusetts. Did you catch anything? That sounds great. Tuna fishing? How deep was the water that you were fishing? Curious. How you doing? Anything Emerson Wave too? Good to see you. This is the Monterey Bay Knives Sabertooth. Kind of the newer release they had with the titanium diamond texture. (110-inch bluefin, 769 pounds. Oh, I caught a 110-inch bluefin. 769 pounds. I mean, that's out of control, dude. That's crazy. So is that something that is kept, or is that something that they let go? Because that seems like a lot of delicious meat. Fish. Wow. I would like to deep sea fishing or fishing like that. That would be cool. What's up, Ukraine? How's it going? Boom. MBKs, I had a sea otter that I liked a lot. Yeah, this one's sick. They have a lot of cool stuff. I would like to get the lockback that Tri-State has. That knife is rad. I want it, but I only get a few things a month. I don't know what I'm getting. We are in October. It's Halloween time. It's time to look at getting a couple things. Sold it with a commercial license. I suppose that's got to be worth a couple bucks. Here's my AD 20.5 base model. I upgraded. I bought some titanium scales that Mick recommended. They're not available anymore. I also got this back spacer, and then I did the customization. I kind of anodized it and then hit it with some heat on the back, gave it a little bit of color and beat it up, kind of make it look old. What's up, John? What is your collection focus? Do you collect more modern or specific time period, custom production? I like things with sharp edges. My collection's all over the place. I can give you a quick, we're in my studio kind of setup room right now. Let me turn this around. I got a mess going on. I got knives and stuff all over the floor right here. I do live streaming and stuff, a little bit better quality at times, and then I record and stuff here. These are all for sound dampening. Kind of a table with some of my highlighted knives that I kind of enjoy and I'm kind of checking out and just kind of messing around with more. Here's my current top 5. Yes, there's more knives in there than 5, but that's what my top 5 is. I love horror movies. Here's all my Kaisers, Concepts. We've got some Remettes, some Molsecs, some petrified fish, some Sencuts, some mixed. I like knives like this. This is the Maxace Goliath Sanmai SLD Magic Blade. That is an actual hamon on that edge. Absolute beast of a folder. I like knives like that, but I also like old school knives. Like this is a Nago Higo Nakami Japanese friction folder that is not staying in focus. This is definitely just something for those collectors that like some of those old school kind of designs. Of course, I have like the Opinel number 8. I don't ever carry this, but that's kind of like something that standard issue. Here's another old school. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? It's flicking. The Rat Model 2, Ontario Rat. That's another classic design. But I like all different types of stuff. I got some cheaper slip joints and stuff in here. I got a few case knives, a couple buck knives. I got some old fixed blades, this old cold steel I got about 20 years ago. Same thing with this CRKT First Strike. These are all, I've had those forever. I don't know if they're really worth anything, but I've been collecting for over 20 some years. This is the cold steel triple action. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Definitely out of it right now. That is a double-edged blade. Kind of like a butterfly knife, but different. These are no longer available. You might be able to find one on the secondary. But I got this in about 2008. I do have a few butterfly knives. Don't really do that a lot either. But I do have some. They are fun. This is the Squid Industries Mako V5 bottle opener trainer. So it does have weights in it. It's got specific nubs and stuff for tactile purposes for learning and training and figuring out how to use these things. Of course, got to have a poop knife. Everyone has a poop knife. I don't have a lot of autos, but here I do have a couple autos. This is the Tack Knives Goliath. Slams out pretty hard. I love gas station knives, and by gas station knives, I mean this. What's up, Fred? Pyrite Bowie slip joint. Neil, I checked out the Pyrite Bowie slip joint when I was in Atlanta, and it's wild because it has, like, instead of a half stop, it's got like 4 half stops. It's like a quarter, or like an eighth, a half, a 3/4, and then closed. Very interesting design. I would love to check one out though. Got a bunch of QSPs. I got some traditionals from Rosecraft in there, Artisan Cutleries, Migrons, CJRBs, Savivi, Kubies, lots of stuff. I like a little bit of everything. I do some laser marking. Here's a white laser mark on a aluminum handle to look like an agave plant. A couple other laser marks. Here is a concept accipiter that I did some wing texture, or not texture, but that's a white laser mark on green aluminum. Cut a bluefin. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy stuff, dude. I'm so jealous. That sounds fun. I like doing shipwrecks. Towser K from Kaiser is probably one of my favorite designs. Did that shipwreck on there. Really cool pattern. Came out on that copper. Most recent copper. Here it is again. Maybe a little bit better lighting. So what's up? John collects late 90s, 2010 custom production folders. Microtech, Vero, Beach, Ben's made, Emerson, ProTech, couple matte disc and folders. Sure. Fred in the chat now, he's got a nice collection of some crazy stuff. Go to YouTube when you go to a different. Yeah, I don't have a lot of money to go to other countries, though. I would love to. That sounds great. I would love to just be able to afford to go to Blade Show in Utah. Blade Show West is this weekend. Anyone here going to be at Blade Show? I am not. I go to Texas and Atlanta. I am not going to make it out to Utah this year as much as I would like to. But I'm not going to be able to do it, unfortunately. Oldest you have is 1999. Benchmade combo edge still on the box, and it's mint in the box. That's pretty cool. Very cool. My oldest this one is this Buck 110. This is a USA made 2-dot Buck 110, which means this is from between 1974 and 1979. Not in the box. I actually bought this used. I found it from someone who had it. I was looking for something with this specific year on it. And I found this from someone, bought it from them. And then when I got it, it's just got a nice little bit of wear to it. But for being about almost 50 years old, it's in great shape. And what's crazy, blade's solid, lock works good, 50 years old. Check out the blade, though. The blade's never been sharpened, barely been used. And you can see if they did a reblade, they put different stamps on there for years. This is the 2-dot 110 USA, which is that late 70s model. And look at that. That's like that was never used. So then what happened was well, I got this and was kind of wanted to, now I don't want to use it because it's been around for so long and it's in such great shape that I ended up getting another one. This one right here is also a 2-dot 110. But if you look at this blade, that is more what actually, this one's actually in pretty good shape too. Tips lost a little bit. Sanding, sharpening has been less than stellar. Lots of scratches. Looks like they tried to sharpen it way up to there and then fix the angle, but you can see up here it's just not, ultimately not that bad a shape for something that's 50 years old. This one's still solid. This one's got some play, though. This one is not solid that way. I didn't read that right. How much? 1907 patent on the blade? Grateful Dawn. Hey now. I do not have any Buck autos. I don't have a lot of Buck knives. I got these two old 110s. I have this Buck. This was an interesting Buck I saw somewhere once. I just picked it up. There, it looks like it's 256 from a couple of years ago. Inexpensive Buck, but it does have simple little action. Very clean. wood handle, smooth, blade completely disappears in there. Nice little simple flipper. I do have an older buck canoe, the old school canoe. This one, the blade got really hit by like a wheel or something and really messed it up. So what I did is I ended up media blasting it. And if you look, this is what the blade looked like originally. The smaller one has that shine to it. And this is the one I blasted. It had scratches and it was just in rough shape. So I ended up media blasting it and cleaning it up. You can kind of see a little bottom of the edge where I couldn't get to it down there. But it looks a lot better than it did. Put a purple scale lynch clip zip tie on your Tenacious. It's the super budget modded banger. I thought I had another buck. A couple cases. I got a couple of these smaller, older cases. This is a little case Stockman and a case Peanut. This one's actually from '93. This old little small Stockman, the old 3-banger. But this one's from 1993. Got the jig bone handle. I like some of the older traditionals. I love the newer traditionals though. Like this Rosecraft I'm carrying today. The Stinking Creek Sow Belly. D2 Stag. I love this knife. This knife is great. You're 119. What's up, Tegan? You going live today? And if so, when? Only have one slip joint, Camillus, I found in the house. Pretty old. Rosecraft is making some really cool slip joints. I'm loving it. And it sounds like they're going to get out of their newer kind of style and move back into the slip joints. Hey, Dong, here's your silly boy. Do I have a budget knife in premium steel? How would that, tell me what a budget knife in premium steel would be, because like where's the line? You and Shay are going live at 7:30. Jack Birding wants a Jack Wolf. Here is a Jack Wolf. Then the other one I have is this one here, the new Gateway. This is a really nice slip joint. The Jack Wolf Gateway. These are like $75. 14C 28N on the blade. I got the one with a really cool looking inlay with the abalone. Okay, CJRB Pyrite Light S90V is $79. So that would be a premium. All right, I have the CJRB Echo, or the old school premium. This one is titanium. So this is a titanium Echo. I actually have a couple Echoes in standard steel and AR RPM 9, but this is the premium Echo. Echo. I have, if we're in the CJRB world, I've got this is probably perfect. This is the S90V and Altum Hectare from CJRB. These are around 100-ish. S90V, Altum. I couldn't hear you. There was an echo. Hectare is great. I love it. Some people complain about the Hectare, the access to that fuller hole, but boom, I don't mind it at all. This is a nice slip joint. This is not a coherent sentence. Lanyard man. I mean the frac is 200. It's S90V, but it's $200 in titanium. So that's kind of maybe not in that same range. This one here, the Concept Basic Tonto folder. This is S35VN, and this is under $100. For some reason, CJRB is one major budget I have stayed away from. Jack, I don't make anything by saying this, but I have I probably purchased more than a dozen to 15 CJRBs. I like them quite a bit. They are great. I love Concept. I love Kaiser, Concept, CJRB, Kubi, Migron, kind of staples for me. This BTF though is nice for under a $100. That S35VN on there. What was that other one I was going to grab? This is still the ARRPM 9, but the CJRB Pyrite Bowie with the rose gold. That one's sexy. There's one more CJRB. This is probably my favorite CJRB. This is not a premium. This is ARRPM 9, but listen to that ting. CJRB Riff, bigger knife, love it. The new Kaiser Halloween knives are made in limited quantities, but they don't have serial numbers on them. Because usually Kaiser does that. I don't often go for that. Here's the old limited Christmas Momo. So this is S90V, I believe, but then it also has the limited numbering on there. If I can get that to focus. Maybe if I go the other way here. Screw it. So they usually do, Kaiser usually does put a limited quantity number on there. This is the mini Momo. Premium steel, has the titanium. This is one of the only ones that had the titanium bolster. So the gold titanium bolster with the gold liners and the gold backspacer. I plan to take the Christmas ones off and kind of put some different scales on there. But I like it. You are a Momo. I like the Momo. No numbers on the Halloween knives this year. Here's the Momo and the mini Momo. Size comparison there for you. I did the custom laser mark topography on the Momo. Thanks, Dave. CJRB is a beast. So is Civivi. Have you looked at Migron? Migron. Here's the Migron Carix. 14C28 on this, but this is a budget banger for about 50, 60 bucks. Boom. Migron is making some crazy stuff. Then they put the titanium clip on there. Migron Moyarl. Another one with the titanium clip. I did the little anno job on that. Moyarl's a really great user. Another one for about 50, 60 bucks. They even do some budget bangers, dude. $30 Migron right here. D2 steel. It was white. I dyed it red, which looks great. But 30 bucks. See the Turner CNC gin. Someone, did you say that the other day? Yesterday? I just took a screenshot. I got to look that up. I have not. 30 bucks. If someone just needs a budget knife, this is a high quality. Migron makes some good stuff. D2 is solid. It works. This is just a fun little flipper for the price. Can't beat it. I really like the Migron Bologna. This thing is a beast. And it drops. Jesus. I sent you an Instagram DM about it. I like the designs from Migron much more, even though they're similar. They have some cool stuff. mean, you get yourself the artisan cutlery proponent, hog, cut your finger off with it, boom. Gosh, damn it, I missed. Look at the green. It looks like it's tritium. Oh my God. What a beast! You sent me an Instagram, okay. All right, let me bring that up. Wait. Thomas, weren't we already? Oh, that was that one from yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, that is cool. I want that. I forgot I did look at that. Didn't put 2 and 2 together. 2 and 2? 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. Right. So I do need to make some videos. I have some stuff I need to get going on. I have projects I need to do. What day is it? It's Tuesday. Wow. Yeah, I gotta film that video as well and go get some dinner. Here, I think I'm gonna call it. Thank you all for hanging out. Just jumped on for a little short live today. No live tomorrow. Normal live on Thursday, 7 or 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. Stay sharp, y'all.